Hello everyone. This is the second part of Arduino tutorial. You will be learning all about how to interface a button with an Arduino. I will be using the Tinkercad platform for this. If you don't know how to work on Tinkercad and want to learn how to set up it, please watch part 1 of Arduino tutorials. Open Tinkercad, click on Circuits, then click on Create New Circuit. Now you will see all the components on the left side. Scroll down and select the Arduino Uno board, a breadboard, and a switch, and one LED. As you can see, button has 4 terminals. The terminal 1A and 1B are shorted, and terminal 2A and 2B are also shorted. Connect the negative terminal of LED to the ground pin of Arduino. Select one resistor and connect its one terminal to the positive terminal of LED and another terminal of resistor to the second pin of Arduino. Now, connect 1A pin of switch to the 5V pin of Arduino and 2B pin of switch to the third pin of Arduino. Take a resistor, connect it to the 2A pin of switch and another terminal of resistor to the ground pin. It will act as a pull down resistor. Now I will explain why I have used the pull down resistor. For an Arduino to determine whether the input logic is high, the voltage must be between 2.94 to 5 volts, and to determine logic low, the voltage must be between 0 to 1.47 volt. Now there lies an intermediate range from 1.47 to 2.94 where the microcontroller cannot decide whether the applied input is logic high or logic low. So, to avoid it, we have to use pull up or pull down resistors. You might be wondering, if I have connected my switch to 5V, I will be getting 5V at the output of the switch, and thus the microcontroller input pin will get logic high. And in the same way, if I have connected my switch to ground, I will be getting logic 0 at the input pin of microcontroller. So from where did we get the voltage of intermediate state? We get that intermediate voltage from the surrounding devices. We all know that we are surrounded by many electronic devices like TV, radio, refrigerator. These all devices emit electromagnetic waves, due to which a voltage is induced on the input pin of microcontroller. So to avoid it, we use either pull down resistor or pull up resistor. I will explain how these two work. First, we will discuss the pull down resistor. In pull down resistor, we connect resistor to the ground. When the switch is open, microcontroller input pin will be getting logic 0 as it is connected to the ground via resistor. And when the switch is closed, the 5V from the switch tries to go to the ground, but there is a resistor whose value is greater than the resistance of the input pin of microcontroller, so the voltage goes to the input pin of microcontroller, and thus we will get logic high at the input pin of microcontroller. Now, suppose the voltage is induced at the input pin due to the electromagnetic interference when the switch is open. As we have connected the input pin of microcontroller to the ground via the resistor, the induced voltage will go to the ground and the input will remain at the logic 0 for any induced voltage. Similarly, for pull-up resistor, we connect resistor to the 5V, so when the switch is open, the 5V goes to the input pin of the microcontroller and thus input pin of microcontroller get logic high. When the switch is closed, the 5V goes to the ground as the input pin of Arduino has some resistance, and thus we will get logic low at the input pin of microcontroller. And if the voltage is induced due to the interference when the switch is open, the induced voltage is smaller than that of the 5V, so it will not affect the input pin of microcontroller. Thus, in both the configuration, we only get either logic high or logic low. Now, we can give color code to the wire for our simplicity. Now we will move on to the code. First we will define all the pins of Arduino. I am giving name button to the third pin of Arduino where the button is connected, and the name LED to second pin of Arduino where LED is connected. You can give any name. In void setup, we will be defining whether we are using the pin as input or output. For switch, we are using the pin as input because we want to know the state of the switch, and for LED, we are using the pin as output because we want to send some voltage to glow the LED. Now, write the code in void loop. This is the code which will be running in a loop till the Arduino board is on. Define a variable button state for storing the value of button whether it is pressed or not. Use digital read function for this. When the button is pressed, the value of button is 1, and when not, the value of button is 0. In coding, we denote 1 as high and 0 as low. Now check whether the button is pressed or not using if-else statement. If button is pressed, turn on LED, and if not, turn off LED. For this, use digital write function. Click on simulation. As you can see, when we are pressing the button, the LED is turned on, and when we are not, the LED is turned off. Now we will reverse the function of button. When button is pressed, the LED will be turned off, and when it is not, the LED will remain turned on. Now we will be controlling the LED using two switches. Connect the second switch as shown in the video. In code, define pin for second switch. In setup, define pin as input. And in loop, create another variable button state 2 for storing the value of second button. Now, we will change the condition. When the first button is pressed, the LED will turn on, and when the second button is pressed, the LED will turn off. Click on simulation. As you can see, when we click on the first button, the LED is turned on, and when we click on the second button, the LED is turned off. Now, we will be turning on and off the LED with the same switch. For this, we just need to define another variable count. At first, assign 0 value to it. In if-else statement, we will check both the values of button as well as count. We will be using AND operation for this. In the first statement, if button state is high and value of count is 0, the LED will be turned on. And after that, we will assign 1 to the count. And in second statement, if the button is high and the value of count is 1, the LED will be turned off. And after that, we will change the value of count to 0. At last, give a delay of 200 milliseconds. Then click on simulation. As you can see, we are controlling the LED with the same button. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and comment. And please follow my YouTube channel Electro Vigyan. The link is in the description.